Okay, if you're like me, you're always conscious about the price of the potting soil mix, particularly the seed starting soil mix. I find them a little too pricey, and for the money I spent for it, I don't feel like I'm getting enough for what I need. So I decided I will be making my own mixture. It is really very simple. It's quite easy. Pardon me. Let me get something. This is one thing I forgot. I'm sure you could hear me anyway. So what I got here is a cocoa coir or coconut fiber, which was grounded into this form, and then they compress this and it'll come to you in a very tight, heavy black form. And what I did was rehydrate this with warm water in order to break it and loosen it up in this consistency. This one already processed that, but this is how it looks like once it's been pre-moistened. It's quite easy to see, break it and loosen it up. Now let me continue loosening this up. So, and now what we have to do is add the second component of this seed starting mix. That's coconut coir. Now this is the next ingredients for my potting soil mix. It is a vermiculite. Okay, there are just 3 ingredients in my potting soil mix. This is cocoa coir mixed with vermiculite. I will add about that much, and incorporate it. Now we are going to add the third ingredient. So here's the third ingredient. Be careful adding your water. You do not want this mixture sopping wet. It is a crucial part of making this soil mix. The watering and the moisture content of this cocoa coir and vermiculite mixture is very important. Okay? You add the water a little at a time to make sure that the moisture content of vermiculite and cocoa coir mix is just the right amount, so that it'll be moist enough to help your seeds to germinate, but not sopping wet to where the seeds are waterlogged, and what you will end up having will be a very, very leggy seedling. And sometimes you can deal with it. You could repot it and it will recover, but some seeds are just not that forgiving. And I'm done with this seed starting mix. I am ready to plant. I will give it a little press, not too hard. You do not want your soil mix to be very tightly packed in a container, because you want it so that it's loose enough for the seed to germinate and push through. So pack it with the same pot very lightly so that you have a nice flat surface to plant your seeds in. And now I am getting ready to plant this. I'm starting my seedlings for the fall season, and I have in these cells I am going to plant some this is noble cauliflower, red cabbage, daikon radish, and some broccoli. Here's a little tip on planting our seeds in the garden. This is kale, a dino kale, and what I'm trying to do here is grow some sprouts for my salad. And if you look here, this one of the seed was somehow buried deeper than the rest of them. And as you can see, this is the 4th day since I broadcasted this seeds inside this container. You can see that they are basically growing at the same rate, and including this seed here that was buried a lot deeper than the rest of them. Now this is the point I'm trying to bring out, is that we can bury the seed deeper than we should, and it will germinate, it will grow. But the problem is here. As you can see, this particular seed here is struggling to make it on the surface of the soil, where the rest of them are already well on their way to their growing process. This one is still somehow struggling to make it up on the surface of the soil. Now the reason why there's some kind of green coloration there, as you can see, is because it's right against this transparent container, and therefore the light can penetrate through. Otherwise that would be colorless, because there won't be any light to help it well, develop that photosynthesis, go through the photosynthesis process. So as you can see, they're basically the same color. Now they will grow, they will germinate, and they will sprout, but the problem is it will struggle to make it to the surface of the soil. So oftentimes we would think that there is something wrong, that that the seed is no good, that it won't come up. But in actuality, if we had buried it deeply, that's what's happening. It is growing, but struggling to make it to the surface of the soil. I just thought I'd point that out, because I went through the same thing oftentimes in the past, where I thought there was something wrong with the seeds that I planted, but actually what I believe happened was that I buried it deeper than I should. Okay, so let's take a look at how my seedlings are coming along. There they are. So far so good. I just hope they turn out fine. Some of them will have to be thinned out and maybe even repot them before I actually plant them in my raised bed.